Okay, everybody, we are joined today by the RangeGoats GC. We have our captain, Bubba Watson, Thomas Pieters, and Talor Gooch. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, Bubba, you are a former resident of the Greenbrier, and you served as an ambassador of sorts in helping the resort recover from the devastating floods in 2016. Can you tell us a little bit about that and why Greenbrier means so much to you?
Well, it starts with the people, right? I mean, any town you go to and you live at, the Greenbrier represents the whole town, right? This is a lot of jobs here. This means a lot to a lot of families around here. And then when I think about the flood, how the people came together, the town came together. You know, I've seen it with hurricanes down in Florida where I'm from, but then when you see it with a flood like this, everybody came together. Beautiful place, beautiful people. They always support their sports around here. It's been an amazing place to live. Timing wasn't good with my kids, so we moved out of here, but it's been an amazing place to be at. Fun for the kids, fun for the family, and just excited to be back here and put on a show, hopefully put on a show for the locals here.
That's great. So I think Talor and Bubba, I think you guys have experience playing here. Have you played here, Thomas? No, I didn't think so. Do you think, and I think Harold has as well, so having three members of the team with experience at Greenbrier, does that give you guys a leg up on the competition from a team perspective this week? And are you guys trading notes and giving Thomas some tips?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we've been to a place, you know, that comfort and that experience, it's helpful. So, you know, the good thing about this course is, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You know, you don't need to play it a bunch of times to get comfortable. So, you know, I know Thomas only needs to see it, you know, these couple days before we get going. I mean, it's a great golf course, and you got to golf your ball. You can't fake it around here. And so, you know, I do think that, you know, having three of the four of us played here before, it's going to help us for the week.
Bubba, anything to add?
Yeah, same thing. Really, the key around this golf course is putting, you know, getting the ball in the fairway and putting. But around here, because of the mountains and the different valleys, the putts can be a little different. You might see one thing and it might break a little more or a little less just because of that. So that's really the keys around here. You know, they've changed a couple tee boxes. They've changed a few things that make the golf course a little bit more difficult. So it'll be interesting how they set it up based on weather or whatever. But I think that, you know, he's been doing this for so many years that showing up to a golf course that he hasn't seen and learning it real fast. That's why he has a good team with his caddy on the bag, walks the course and everything. So I think Thomas and our team will be where we need to be by the end of the week.
Your 10th place finish in London was your best results yet at LIV Golf. Do you think you found something in your game, or is it just like, settling into life at LIV Golf? I know it's takes a little bit of adjusting.
A bit of both, probably, and a bit of comfort level of not having a jet lag and playing at home, kind of at home.
Shorter flight.
So yeah, those couple things.
And you're done. Thank you. So next question.
Maureen's getting him to turn it off. There we go. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, no, just those two things, really. I mean, I wasn't hitting the ball amazing. Still, I'm not hitting it amazing, but I feel like after this 2-week stretch, everybody gets a chance to kind of refocus and put a lot of practice in, and I'm also looking forward to that part.
Yes, it was good to have you up at Flash. I enjoyed seeing you there. Talor, you and Harold are on the leaderboard for the lowest round scores at LIV with 61 and 62. The course record at Old White is 59. Do you think that is attainable for you guys this week?
57. Just say it.
57.
Just say it. Just say it.
Well, I've never
there was a 57 out there.
I've never shot in the 50s before, so it'd be a nice week to knock that one off the, you know, off the list. You know, the course is in phenomenal shape, and it's going to be kind of wind dependent, I think, how low the scores are going to be, because the greens are great. You can make a lot of putts, you know, if you're in the right spot. So, yeah, I mean, I was talking with a couple guys yesterday. It's not an easy golf course, but if you're playing well, you can get after it. So 59s don't happen too often, but it would be a nice week to do it.
The rule of 59 maybe this week?
Hey, no, I'm not jinxing my 67 rule. The 67 always works.
So the RangeGoats are currently sitting in third place in the team standings, and we only have 4 regular season events left. As you guys, is that Harold?
There's Harold.
As you guys know, only the top 4 teams receive a first round bye, and then based on your position is how you get to select who you play against. So are you guys starting to feel the pressure to keep your foot on the gas as you're in third place and kind of on that line a little bit?
I mean, I definitely don't want to have to play the first round in Miami. So, especially coming from Saudi, it'd be nice to watch everyone stress Friday, and we get to just hang and have a little Mai Tai or something. So, yeah, I mean, we got a couple weeks left to go and solidify that first round bye, and that would be that'd be really nice to do.
That's great. And
are you feeling the pressure of Miami coming up and trying to stay in that position to have a bye?
No.
That was the last question.
The RangeGoats had 5 consecutive podium finishes between Adelaide and Andalusia. How important is it to keep that consistency going? Similar question. Maybe Harold, since you're just joining us?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think we need to play well. I feel like we're not making up ground, though, on these podiums, so, like, we just need to play well and win. It's been the same thing since we played in February, and I think we had a great chance this week.
And Thomas?
Same thing. Sorry, I'm half asleep.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, this will be kind of your
wait.
first team championship with, like, you know, the
Yeah.
leaderboards for both team and individual. And since your team is in the running, is that, you know, since this is new for you, is that on your mind at all?
If you're not playing well, then it's more on your mind, the team thing, I think. If you're individually doing well, it's less on your mind, I feel like, because you're playing well anyway.
Yeah. And last one, Talor, you are currently sitting in first place on the individual standings with 3 wins this season. However, Cam Smith, Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed, and Dustin Johnson are hot on your trail. They have a combined 9 majors, and they all want that top spot. How much are the standings, individual standings, on your mind each time you tee it up for these last 4 events?
Rule of 67. You just go out, shoot 67, and everything will take care of itself. Golf's hard enough. I don't need to worry about whoever is behind me or in front of me or anything like that. I just gotta go try to hit the first fairway, try to make a birdie, and we'll go from there. You know, we got bigger things for the year in mind as a team, and you know, like Thomas said, you know, when you're not playing well, that's all you're thinking about. So, you know, we just gotta continue to play well, and I know if we play well, that everything will work out.
That's great. I'm gonna let Mike ask a few.
Bubba, you were part of the recovery efforts here. Since you've been back, have you been able to meet any of the people that you've helped, or have you stayed in contact with many of the people?
Really, you know, it's a great question. It's the people of here, right? We know some of the staff. Staff has changed over. People move. I mean, it's been a few years now, right? And so, yes, when we came back, we've been here for a week, so we've been around the hotel, seen people that we've known for a few years. Some of the workers that had played at each golf course since we've been here. So we've seen the people that we've been a part of and part of their lives and tried to help. They've been a part of our lives. So, yeah, we've seen some people that we've dealt with over the years and partnered with. We were just a small piece in helping the community recover. We were thankful that we were safe, but we wanted to help other people. So we've been a part of a small part of this community that's changed lives after that disaster.
All right. And then I had another kind of different question. You were at the collector show, I believe, over the weekend, sports card collector.
Oh yeah,
show.
in Chicago. Yes.
Did you pick up anything?
Yeah, there was this one of my things from my childhood that I sent a picture and showed my mom. There was a Mickey Mantle picture. They made 300 of them. He signed all of them, upper deck, put it together years ago. And I had one as a kid. And around 12 or 13 years old, my dad let me have it. And I traded it in. Mickey Mantle, it wasn't, people weren't collecting like they are today. And so I gave it away for a bunch of cards, an open pack of NBA cards in 90 or 91, somewhere in that area.
Bogey.
And yes. And so I, there was one at the show, and I purchased it just because the memories, not because of the autograph, not because of the selling it in the future. It was more about, the family ties and having that as a kid, and then being able to pass it on to my son later on.
Did you see any Harold Varner signed cards there?
I don't think there was any. It was maybe a couple of old golf cards. Upper Deck was involved, so Tiger did Upper Deck cards.
Yeah.
So there's a couple Tiger cards, but there was not many, and I didn't see many F1s either. So.
Okay. And you're playing with Phil in the first round Friday. You guys seem to have had a lot of fun in the past few years, especially on social media. How would you describe your relationship with Phil?
I think it's good to strong. It's one of those things. This was the guy that I looked up to, and now being, I wouldn't say an equal, because of his career, but we're equal and we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to help build this league, be a part of this league. So I'd say we're equal in that stance. But obviously, looking up to a guy like that with his record, his credibility from his record, it's a guy I still bump ideas off of. And so, yeah, it's always fun to get to hear from him, talk to him, and get notes from him when you do something good or do something good in the community. He'll send a text or something. So that's always good, and it's spending time with a guy like that has so much history. You can learn from a guy like that. Watch him, watch how he reacts to the crowd, watch how he deals with the crowd, watches how he practices. You can learn so much from a great champion like that. And so, over the years, I've learned a lot from him, and it's been an honor to be able to, sit beside him and play against him.
Thanks.
Yep.
Talor, as Jane mentioned, you're topping the individual champion standings right now. Most of your points have been on the international events. We've got these next 3 events coming up in the U.S. Do you look at this stretch? I know it's the rule of 67, but do you look at this stretch as like kind of trying to figure out how to get more points out of those U.S. events?
Yeah, of course, you want to go win the individual race, so that you got to play well. And that's why I keep saying it's Rule 67, because at the end of the day, you can try to focus on everything outside of the golf, or who's following you, or the type of golf you're playing, where or wherever. But at the end of the day, you go take care of your business on the golf course. All that stuff will take care of itself. So I know that there's a few tournaments left. I know the position I'm in, but again, I'm just going to go try to shoot a lot of 67s.
And I know I've asked you this before, but do you just figure it's kind of not playing as well in the U.S. as opposed to international? Is that just mere coincidence, or is there something to that?
I just think it's coincidence. If you look at the type of golf courses we've played in the U.S. versus international, they've been a little bit different. So I just think that the type of golf courses we've played internationally have fit my game just a little bit better, And if we could decide when to channel when putts are made, I think we would all be in different positions. And so I've just happened to make some more putts, outside the United States. And, that's part of it too, is in Adelaide and in Valderrama, we were playing bent greens, type of greens I'm very, very comfortable with. So, I think the geographically where the course is doesn't matter, except for the type of grass is dictated by the geographics, and just happens to be we've played a lot of familiar types of grasses internationally for me.
And Harold, on the flip side, you've obviously played great the last 2 events in the U.S. Do you look at this stretch? You're in 7th right now in the standings. So you look at this stretch of 3 tournaments before Jeddah as like really an opportunity to make up a lot of ground and apply some pressure to Talor.
I think I'd have to play really well to do that. So I think we just work on playing well. I like this place, so I'm just going to worry about this week.
Do you look at the standings, the season-long standings?
I think every day I look at it. It's important to. I want to know where I stand. I want to know how I can get to the top, and I think there's a lot of money to be made up there, and I can help a lot of people with a lot of money.
And last question for me, for all 4 of you. What's the best thing about being a range goat?
That we're wearing pink this week? Oh, did I ruin? Did I reveal the secret?
Sure. I got it. Oh, Emily got it. Thank you.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, and we got it. What's best thing?
I mean, I think we have a really cool team chemistry. Yeah, it's good. I think we're really good at golf, and we haven't played well, and I want to beat the Aces.
I knew it was coming at some point.
No, it's for me. It's just fun, right? Spending time with these guys, feeding off their energy, their dedication to working towards the goal of being better at golf. It's fun, and so for me, it gives me energy to. I'm getting older, so it gives me the energy to get out there and work after that knee surgery, to work even harder, to try to get back, to prove to myself that I can play at a high level with these guys. And I need to start proving that. I need to start making some putts, I guess. I need to channel those putts to go in.
Big greens,
What kind of grass is this?
Big greens, baby.
Perfect. This is my kind of grass.
Yeah.
Everything. I don't know. I mean, everybody likes our team the best. I'm fans, like, you know.
You like being the favorite?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Taylor, yours is just perfect.
I think we have the best mashup of 4 dudes out here. It's fun being around these dudes each week. Every week's different. You don't know what's about to come sometimes, and it just makes it fun.
Hey guys, my question's for Taylor. Taylor, you're clearly, one of the most consistent LIV Golf League players out here. You got 137 points. You're in first place. You're leading the money list with like 13.5 million in 9 events. That's pretty impressive. My question is,
I get to take home half though.
That's true.
Yeah.
my question is, August 20th, I think, is the drop dead date to make a decision about the Ryder Cup team. Has Zach reached out to you or your people? Has there been any kind of communication?
Not yet, no.
If you win this week, do you think that should put you on that team with 4 wins in 10 events?
I think that's a tough question. I mean, no shit he wants to play on the Ryder Cup team, and some people think that he should be on the team. But if he's playing, I would say yes every time. Who doesn't want to represent their country? I mean, he's playing absolute great golf. So I think it's a great question, but also I think it's kind of hard for him to sit here and be like, yeah, I don't think I should be on the Ryder Cup team. You know what I mean? I think that's very difficult.
That's fair.
I think what I think doesn't matter for it, unfortunately. So I'll just continue to play good golf and let the people who opinions matter, hopefully we can sway them a little bit.
So do I, because you deserve to be on that team.
Thank you.
So it was a rhetorical question.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Taylor, you touched on like wind making an impact, not making an impact. About the rain, I heard it was a little firm out there. What do you think that's going to do?
Yeah, we've been talking about all week. Hopefully the rain stays away, and because the golf course, it just plays better when it's a little bit firmer. It's got a little bit of a bounce to it. So, I don't know what the forecast is for tomorrow, but hopefully there's no more rain the rest of the week, and the course will firm up and get firm and fast. And I was just telling TP, like in the afternoons out here when it gets warm, the ball starts going far and it starts bouncing a bunch. And so that's why I said if you're playing well out here, like you can go and shoot a good score, but if you're not on top of your game, it can be challenging. So the firmer it is, the more challenging it is, which I think plays into this team's game.
Anyone over there? I can't see.
Anybody? Gabe, Emily.
All good? All right, great. Good luck
All right.
this weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.